Good evening. Welcome back to Mary's Tea Time Talk Show. I'm glad you could make it back and I hope you have your tea with you today. Today I'm drinking a detox tea. And a detox tea just help you clean out your system after you eat all that food with all those impurities in it. So it's good to drink a detox at least once a week. So I'm going to take a sip. Today my message for you and my talk for you, Tea Time Talk, is trust the process. Sometimes on our journey of life, it looks like we ain't got enough, we're not good enough, we all alone. But God told me to tell you to trust the process. You know, a lot of things haven't went the way we wanted them to. You know, things haven't went like ABC. You know, just finding a good job, graduating from college, and making that big salary, and getting married, and having a 2.3 kids, and having a dog. A lot of us not living that life. Things didn't happen that way. Although they didn't happen that way, we still need to trust the process. You know, I know some jobs failed, some marriages, some relationships. We done had some money issues along the way, some health issues along the way. And we even lost people along the way. People that we thought would always be there, people that we thought would always be around for us. And now we feel like we don't have no one there to help us. We feel all alone. But you got to trust the process. And you got to know that God knows exactly what you're going through. And He's not a God that can lie. So if He's promised you some things, they're going to happen. They're going to happen no matter how it looks. You know, it might look grim right now. You might not even know how you're going to pay your next car note or your next house note or where you're going to get food from. It might look real grim right now, but God knows exactly where you're at. And He's not going to leave you alone. And He will make sure that you get help. But you got to trust the process. And this takes me back to the widow. The widow, she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was down to her last food. She had a child to feed. She was actually suicidal and she didn't know what she was going to do. So God sent Elijah, and Elijah say, you know what, ma'am, I need food. And she knew that he was a man of God. And she still shared her food with him. She was down to her last, her and her son. She was suicidal. She was broke, busted, and disgusted. Because she said she was going to fix her and her son. All she had was food for her and her son. And after they eat, she was going to die. Because she didn't think she'd have enough to live off of. But after she followed the orders that she knew came from a man of God to share her food with him, she had more than enough to eat off of. So I know you might not think that you're going to make it. And you might not even know how you're going to make it. But when God tells you to do something, He's promised you something. He's not a man that can lie. I know it's been times in my life that I didn't know how I was going to make it. And I didn't even know if I wanted to make it, to be honest. You know, it's been those times in my life. It's been some dark times and also some times with not enough resources. And I just really didn't know how I was going to do it. But God has always provided a way. And if He provided a way for me, He'll provide a way for you too. And I just came to let you know that this is not the time to give up. Because God will work it out. You got to trust the process. No matter how bad it looks, no matter how tough it looks, He'll trust the process. And if you're like me, sometimes when I think about, giving up or turning around and not, living up to my full potential, I think about some times in the past when I could have gave up and I didn't have enough and I was in this dark place. But God has always made a way. And just like He made a way for me, He'll make a way for you. So you got to trust the process. It's not what it looked like. It's not what it looked like. The devil make it look like oh, you can't get out of here and it's dark. And maybe some of even your friends and family telling you what you can and you can't do. But you got to trust the process and trust God and know that He will make it better for you. So this is not the time to give up. This is the time just to walk in it. You know, and I thank God that I don't look like all the things I went through. And I thank God that I did trust the process. And I have to keep on trusting the process. And I have to keep on trusting God. And so do you. This has been my tea time talk for you today. And remember, you can move that mountain, but you got to believe. And this is not the end of your chapter. This is not the end of your book. It might be the end of one chapter and another start of another one. A brand new chapter. This is a brand new chapter in your life. And everything's going to be okay. Just trust the process. No matter how grim it look, no matter how dark it look, trust God. Trust the process. Trust that He will send you help and that you're not alone and you'll get through this too, just like you've done in the past. Thank you for having tea with me today, and have a divine afternoon. And remember, you can move that mountain, but you gotta believe. That's the one thing you gotta do. You gotta believe it. Thank you. Bye.